What do you do when you have two high energy dogs like these two that need some exercise, but you're like me and today you have just a really off day and you're not gonna probably be able to walk them either because of your schedule or the weather? I'm going to show you how I tire my two high energy dogs super fast without ever going outside, right? Meow. But first, I need to wash their dog beds. So come along with me because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dog beds in this small apartment for 2 dogs. I know, I'm crazy, that need to be cleaned because Finn loves to use these beds as a place to store his toys so they get messy. And I frequently give my dogs things like this, which are, oh, hey Mikey, he's making a coffee video?
Little Chemex.
A little Chemex brew. That's awesome for TikTok. But this is the West Paw Topple, and I just took some of my dog's raw food, stuffed it in this, which this can be found on my shop page, linked below. Everything I use for my dogs is linked on my pet shop page, and I froze it. All right, Finnegan, let's go. There we go. So that one's for Finnegan, and he works at it to get the food out. Then we have this lick mat. If you're not familiar, I just put his soft food on here. I froze it a little bit to make it a little hard. And Bentley here, who's my more anxious dog, is going to lick this off. There you go. And what this does is this works his mind, so it tires him mentally. This is a form of mental stimulation or enrichment, and the licking sensation actually releases happy hormones, thus helping him feel calmer, more satisfied, less bored, and less anxious. And so the reason that I wash their beds so frequently is, one, it keeps dander and dirt and pollen out of the house as much. The more frequently I wash their beds, the less grime and odor is on the dog beds, and that's why I'm very picky about the dog beds I use. Yes, all my favorite dog beds are linked below, but when they are chewing on things like this that are frozen, once it starts to defrost, sometimes it'll be a little gooey or little pieces will fall off, and so I like to keep their dog bed clean from that. And so that's why I'm really picky about the type of laundry soap and cleaners I use in my house, so that I can keep it as toxin-free as possible, because my dogs are obviously ingesting everything that toy touches as they chew on it. What I like about this West Paw Topple is, first off, this is made with natural rubber. It's a small family company made out of Bozeman, Montana. Look at this. It actually says Bozeman, Montana on it. So I love supporting small, and I love the fact that it has this wide opening. So when stuff starts to defrost a little bit, let's say you put some yogurt in here or some goat whip, what happens is it's less likely to leak out onto the bed, and it kind of stays in here. It's a wide enough opening to where he can get it out fairly easily, but he still has to work for it, which means he's working his mind. And did you know working their mind is at least twice as tiring to their body than just physical exercise alone? Now, in a perfect world, they get both physical and mental stimulation and exercise, but that's not always the reality every day. So if you have an off day, if it's a rainy day, or you cannot safely take them out, doing things like brain games, which I have a ton of brain games you can check out below that you can do with your dogs, or you can use treat or food dispensing toys and chews like this to get your dog some extra stimulation. This is a fun challenge for him. It's making him work for his food, which is natural for dogs and extremely satisfying. Again, it can reduce boredom, it can lower stress, it can lower anxiety, and overall, it lowers energy. It's kind of like if you were to take a really complicated and in-depth book and you read it and you feel kind of tired and satisfied afterwards. Similar kind of sensation for dogs. Now that the dogs are done making a mess, I have a time that I can clean their beds. So all of my beds that I use for my dogs, and no, this is not sponsored, none of this is all stuff that I bought, love, use, or have been supporting for a very, very long time. And this one is the paw bed. It's meant to be, I have it in 2 different sizes, the large and the smaller size. And it's meant to replace like a rug because it's a nice thin height, but it's also very plush, so my dogs love laying on it. Hi, especially great for like summer, or if you want in a room where you can kind of slide it under the couch when you're not using it. But all my beds have removable covers. This one is probably my favorite right now. I always find like chews and things because Finn's always like hiding them. Did you find one, Bentley? Look at him, he found an antler. I do give my dogs antlers. I supervise, and they're split antlers. So this one is the Best Friends by Sherry dog bed. You guys are just always asking me, and it has the, this is the matching throw, all machine washable, I already took out the side part of this, and now I'm just gonna take out the middle and wash it. Then this is my tuft and needle bed, which I have in 3 colors. This is the red rust color, I have it in beige, and I have it in dark gray. I know I'm crazy, but is what it is. And you can see here, I don't know if you can see that, but there's little pieces of like dried yak chew and some split antler, little crumbs that fall off every once in a while. It happens. And like what I like about this bed, I can actually just vacuum over it for little dry pieces, but I still like to wash it. I wash my beds like probably once a month, something like that. Also peep at Haven. That's my 16-year-old girl. Hi, Haven. I know, my good girl. I have her, this is my heating blanket that I have from Bed Sure. It's a really nice one. And look at her. She loves laying on it. Okay, now I'm gonna take this one off. This is the large paw bed. The boys love this one. And again, this is so cool because it's like a nice rug. I can step on it, but it's still very aesthetic. And now I let the washer do their magic. I also have under here a lot of brain game puzzles. So like this one is the Zippy Paws, and you essentially put their treats or food in these little holes, and then they have to use their nose to get the treats out. This works their mind. Great to do if you're stuck indoors. Or what I love are slow feeders like this, and feed them their meals in here. Even on days they do get exercise, because this is a great way to slow them down with their eating. What do you hear? There's feral cats outside my office window, so he gets excited. Can you, go boy. There we go. Oh my God, I'm sweating. Doing laundry is so much work sometimes. Okay, now if you want some more examples of more brain games to tire your dogs out indoors or puppy, click the video right here. Or if you want to see more about what I feed my dogs, click the video right here. And don't forget to click that subscribe button. And I hope you have a beautiful day. Goodbye.